spoke a lot of stuff to people online today. It's good stuff, you know. I think it's all about your perspective in light of everything that's gone on. You know, the election may not have gone the way that you wanted it to go. It's perfectly fine, understood. Everybody's got their own opinion, right? Just like I do. And that's not my point in anything that I do. You know, at this point in time. But it's bring glory to where it should be due. It's bring honor to one worthy of receiving the honor, right? And there's a lot of people out there that are just like, you know, the biggest thing that you can do probably mean the most. Doesn't matter whether or not you agree or not with the current guy in office. Just pray for them. Even though, hey, I don't agree with that person in office. You know, just because you don't agree doesn't mean you don't pray for him. Doesn't mean you stop holding them up before the Lord. Can have our own opinions and storm off to the world and sound off. And that's fine and good. Speak out, be loud and boisterous, right? But I think that there's coming upon the land something greater that we've never seen before nor experienced, for that matter. You know, God Himself is about to do something in our lives that we've never even seen done before. I believe He's about ready to do something that has never happened before. And I just get that feeling, just get that vibe, you know. Based on what I know, I don't know. It's not about, hey, it's crazy, man. Not about that at all, you know. It's about, you know, so here's the thing, you know, once you know God on such a level, then you're less likely to freak out when things are going south. You know, God Himself is all about bringing people closer to His side. That's really all that matters in the end. Because that's, you know, whether or not you want to think of it this way or not, we're all going to stand before God on that great and glorious day for some, and other days, for other people, it's going to be a day of judgment, a day of dread, a day of, like, basically asking you, what have you done? What have you done? You know, kind of like how some of these priests have given these messages that I've seen. And there's a lot of people that will find fault in everything that is going on. But at the end of the day, the biggest thing is just that, you know, you understand where your hope lies and where you get your strength from. If you understand that much, everything else is going to seem small and minuscule. You know, like I've said before, like you even told me about a few days ago.
Travel on an airplane. I don't know why, but I just feel like it tastes better.
There's no man in Washington that's going to fix your problems that's going on in this world. You know, a lot of times we think that,
I guess a fact from flight attendants.
you know, Washington is going to fix my problems. No, they're not. It's not.
You know, like tea or coffee or
person
hot water,
in
because the
political
water tanks
office
that they're
will
stored in
single-handedly
is
fix
rarely
everything
ever
wrong in this
explained.
world.
And then they went on to say there actually is a canned
And they're going to do some things that you're going to like. They're going to do some things that you don't like.
Because it's super fizzy,
That's
and when you
politics.
pour it in,
That's
it
life.
always
You know,
bubbles up and it tastes longer, it tastes
they're
good.
gonna,
So,
they're gonna shake some things up.
Maybe I'll just start
You know, I'm
sipping
sure
like
that
coffee
on the other side of the
inside
coin,
there.
I'm sure there were
Just skip
people
all the
when
chemicals
Trump
and
took
soda
office 4
altogether,
years
just
ago.
get straight to the point.
You know, there were people that didn't like everything that he did going out of the gate, right out of the gate. And that's to be accepted. But that's to be expected, I should say, because people not everybody sees the world in the same set of eyes, you know, and that's what makes this country great. But I just like when people say things like, well, we're just gonna deprogram everybody that voted for the other guy. To me, that's wrong. Okay, what you're doing is you're extinguishing another voice, another opinion about what somebody believes on the world and how they think of what they think about the world. And that's very un-American. But aside from that, that's all I'm gonna say on that. You know, I think sometimes people will make
Imagine for a moment how you would feel if you were asked to stand on a hilltop
value-based judgments on what they think is going to happen.
You probably wouldn't be excited and feel like it wasn't
some
a
of
very
that may be
important
true,
job.
and some of it
This was
may
the
be
reality
your
for Aaron
fears.
when he was asked to hold up the
Like
arms of his
anything,
younger brother Moses
you
in
approach
Exodus
every day
17.
like, you know what?
Moses had to keep
I'm going to
his
trust
arms
God.
lifted in
I'm
prayer
going
so
to
that
put
the battle would be
Him
won.
in control of
Would it be
everything that's
impossible
going
for
on.
Moses to keep his
You know,
hands
like
up
I
all day
said
on
to
his
me,
own?
they talked to
How
myself
we
earlier,
do
you know,
what we do
I'm just going to take my hands off the
We can
wheel
rank
and I'm just
responsibility
going
and
to
roles based
let it
on what
fly.
we see instead of what God has said.
And this is going to be
But the
a
truth is
4-year
that every
roller
member of the
coaster, let's
team
put it
is
that way.
necessary and
Because I have
essential.
no idea
Some
what's
will
going
be
to happen
Moses,
this year.
and some will be Aaron.
None whatsoever. And there's going to be a lot of things that probably are not going
So
to
don't underplay your
disagree,
part.
not going to
Today
agree
I
on,
dare
and
you
there
to
may
embrace
be
the place that
a
you've
few
been
things
given so the miracles
I can agree on, but I don't know what that would be yet. Well, that's to be determined. You know?
Encouragement.
And I'm more excited about what God's going to do in this world, I guess. Because, like I said, I know this to be true. You know, God will use anybody that is called according to His purpose, for His glory, you know, His honor. You know, so I mean, there's a lot of people that are gonna look at that and like, oh, where's this guy coming from? But you know what? At the end of the day, I'm all about the King's business. I'm all about Him. I mean, like I said, told somebody earlier online, right? Just imagine what that's gonna look like someday. It's hard to imagine that, right? What that's gonna look like when the King of Kings sets up His kingdom, His government on this earth. Everything that's been wrong made right again. All the injustices of the world, all the stuff that's been people cried bloody murder over, being flipped around. Justice and righteousness prevailing like it should. And all the wickedness in it that goes on in this world being put asunder. You know, I think that's and that for some people it's kind of a heavy message because it's hard to understand that, and they don't understand it because they've not gotten that revelation of the world that God wants to bring upon us. And that's, I think that it talks about that in Revelation. I think that's after like tribulation, after all the people being taken out and everything like that, you know. So that's my 2 cents on that one. But you know what? Learn to smile, learn to laugh, learn to live, and don't get too serious about everything. And take it one step at a time. That's all you can do. See, a lot of people are biting up a lot more than what they can handle, and it's like you'll get overwhelmed with that. It will overwhelm you because you're like, oh, I don't know, man. Trust in the Lord, your God, who will deliver you out of everything that is fashioned against you. Now, I had a word a few days ago as well on traps. And there may be many traps set for you this year. I don't know. I don't know what your world looks like. But I pray and speak blessing, prosperity, and love, and peace, and all those things upon your life. You know, and there's so much in all of this. I don't know, man. It's like I guess I'm different. I'm gonna choose to see everything the way God wants me to see it. There's a lot of people out there that are like, where are you coming from? Don't you understand that we have a communist guy or whatever, you know, some kind of whatever you feel like, you know, whatever you feel, you know. But let everything you do allow God to shine through you. Because at the end of the day, let's bring glory and honor to Him. Let's glorify Him in everything that we're doing. Let's glorify Him with the life that we live on this earth. You know, that's really the key in all of that. You know, because at the end of the day, we're all going to be in the same position. Some people are going to be in a place of having to be judged for not receiving God and for the things that they did in this life, right? And other people, it's going to be the other way around, where you know you received Him, but then what'd you do with Him? You know, did you go and proclaim Him? Did you speak loud about Him? Did you brag about Him? And did you talk to other people about Him? Or were you just a closed book? You know, I believe He's calling us to be a bigger salt and light in this world, no matter in the middle of all the darkness, in the middle of all the darkness that surrounds us right now, surrounds this world. Pandemic, political stuff, all the racial stuff that we've been through this past year. You know, God Himself is no respecter of persons. He's about ready to do something that is off the charts, I believe. I have no idea what that means yet, but I know that God is on the throne. God reigns, and He's Lord. You know, I mean, that's the best thing to say in all of this. You know, I know there's a lot of people floating all their negative stuff and theories. This is what's gonna happen. This is what, this and that, and the other thing. And I'm like, it's too much for me to even process. And don't get me started on other prophets, because you know what? That's something that God will have to deal with them on that one. I don't think I missed anything on what I said, because everything I said was based around, hey, dark days are coming. Sure enough, it's coming. Be ready. But we say this: be of good cheer. Strive overcome the world. Greater is He that's in me than he that's in the world. Just remember that. You know, don't ever forget those promises of God. You know, and I think that a lot of people forget that in the middle of all the chaos, in the middle of all the world that seems to go to pot. You know, I think that's really where it's at. So never lose hope. Never lose your faith. Never lose the ability to see everything that God wants you to see. To believe higher, bigger, and better things for Him. But believe me, this world is more than just an election. Yes, there may be consequences like any election is. Just like any ruler, there's always going to be consequences for everything that happens. But you know what? They can never take away the faith of what's inside here. They can never take that away. That's yours to keep. Think about that for a sec. They will never take away what and they may try, but they can't. Because that's eternal. So, I think those are all great things to keep in mind, because in light of everything that's happened. You know, for those that are celebrating, I can celebrate with you in that sense, even though I don't agree with that, even though I don't agree with everything, right? and know that there may be some things that will happen this year that will bridge the divide, hopefully. It reminds me of Pastor Mac's series that he did shortly after the riots on bridging the divide, and that to me rings true. How do you bridge the divide between all the different issues and what people have going on? And a lot of people will say will be very strong on one thing over another, or on multiple issues over other issues. But that's, it's never stopped anybody from coming to the table to make your voice heard, and that's what needs to be. You go make your voice heard and allow God to be big on the inside of you. When you allow God to be big on the inside of you, you allow Him to do exceedingly abundantly above all that you can ask or think, according to the power that works in you. So, I know that it comes down to this. Live fearlessly. Live fearlessly in spite of everything that's going on in the world. Don't allow your fears to get in the way of everything that you have going on. Try to be positive. That's the silver lining on all of this, right? I think that's really all that needs to be said. I think a lot of people are just like at doomsday prophet, and I'm like, well, I'm not doomsday. No. God Himself is all about bringing us closer to His side. He's all about bringing us to a place of just like, are you kidding me, God? Yeah. Believe me when I say that He wants you to be in good health and to be prosperous in everything that you've got going on in this world. And to not lose hope, no matter what or what's going on, or who is in the office or in power. So, never forget those things. A lot of people do, because they've allowed their political interest to get the best of them. So, that's all I have to say right now. God be with you.